have fully been persuaded.
I got you.
You know, hey, the scripture says that miracles are unto the unbelievers, man. You know, that was just a sign from the Most High. All of the things that we were just speaking about since we started camp has manifested themselves, man. Do that nigga. Go ahead.
I got this. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of their labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Did it say that this man, you know, saved himself with a carnal gun? Does it say that this man saved himself with a tank or with the ICBM missile? You know, go ahead.
And so far beyond all that they look for anguish of spirit shall they say within themselves, this was he whom we have sometime in derision.
This was he whom we had sometime in derision. Look, we were just held into derision. We were just mocked, man. Right. Go ahead.
And a proverb of reproach.
Don't even look his way, all right? Lock it down.
We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children?
Yeah, because a nigga think that he's gonna take his weapons. You know, he's gonna take a bow and arrow. He's gonna take whatever supplies that he has. He's gonna be able to deliver himself and his family. Those are gonna be the first ones to go. Because when you buy weapons and guns, hey, they take your name, man. They take your social security. They take your address. They take everything, man. So they know exactly who has weapons. They know whose door they gonna kick down. You know, they're coming after you first. Because what's one of the main objectives of America? They want to get rid of the weapons. So they got everybody. They even got your thumbprint and your fingerprint.
I got something else. Because Jake think they can save themselves. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee. Wait, hold on. There's a better one. I'll just get this one and I'll find out. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into ships again with the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you.
Ain't no man gonna redeem you. Because when you look up that word to buy, that means to redeem. And a good precept for that will be when you go to Genesis, I want to say it's either the 18th chapter, and it's dealing with Lot. Lot was somewhere around there. Lot was taken by, I want to say that was the Amorites. And what they did was they took Lot, his children, and everything that belonged to him. Who went to go and redeem him? It was Abraham. No? Let me see if I can find it real fast.
I think it's 17.
Basically,
yeah, 17th chapter.
Most I don't give a fuck about no Africans. We're not Africans. We're not no damn Egyptians. So fuck Africa and fuck the whole continent of Africa, because we're not no fucking Africans. We're not no damn Hamites. This nigga, the first thing he's talking about, this Bible was written by a white man. Ask him to prove it. He couldn't prove shit. All he wanted to do was just talk. He said, you know what I want to do on a Saturday morning? I want to take my girl up here and argue with some grown-ass men and just have a shouting match with them. Yeah. This is what these niggas thinking about doing.
Genesis 14.
That's what he did though, because when he first came up, he said something to his woman, and then he came up with a smirk, man. And right when he came up, I told her, nah, this nigga's a demon. He's proud. He only did that to try to show up in front of his woman, man. Doing that in these last days is gonna get you niggas killed.
That's right. That's right.
That just got him marked for death, man, by the angels, man. The angels are here marking everybody that come up with that bull, man.
I like the video from the brother in LA that he just did. You know how the angels of the Lord camp around You know, the ones that put that fear and that trust in them, man. We got the angels to help us, man. You know, not carnality, not carnal weapons.
That's why when that curse was put up, them demons scattered on out, man. They dipped out, man. Because that's the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Them angels would start mugging that demon, man. Them angels start looking at him like, you better go, man, or we slay you right now. That's how the angels start looking in the spirit, man. They start looking at him. They took their swords out, man. In the spirit, the angels took their swords out, was ready to slay him, man. That's why he had to go, man, because it's not time for that nigga to die yet. But soon, man, you niggas gonna die, man.
Well, he's just marked because, and like the scripture says, there's a crying of wine for wine in the street. You know, when all hell break loose, niggas like that is gonna come back here to this specific spot, and they're gonna be looking for us, seeking answers, man, because they trusted in that Hamitic shit. And the scripture says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help."
You said
14.
14.
I want to say like 12.
Okay, this is yeah, okay. This is Genesis 14 and 9 with the
Let it be known, y'all.
I don't know.
You gotta believe, stand up for what the fuck you believe.
There you go. There you go. That's right.
What's that word? I don't know.
That's Kedon La Amar.
I knew that nigga was on bullshit as soon as he said, where y'all get the laws from? And I saw he had a tattooed on his arm. And so as soon as he said, where y'all laws come from? All right, off the top, I knew. That's why I asked him, well, you believe they came from the Confessions of Angels, whatever I asked him. But I knew that he believed that he think we get our laws from some Egyptian bullshit. So I knew that was a nigga as soon as he opened his mouth and asked the question.
Hey, but the Egyptian law said that you can fuck an animal. Our law said that you can't. You know, so they were fucking alligators, man.
This is Genesis 14 and 9 with the
Egyptian law that says a lot of foul stuff that our laws is the opposite of. A lot of our laws were given it to us so that we would be the opposite of the ways that the Egyptians were.
Genesis
14. And their brethren that was dwelling in the land of Israel.
14 and 9 with the church.
Yeah, the story set when he's skeeted on the salad.
Yeah, skeeted on the salad, man. Look how wicked that is.
That's what salad.
See, skeeted on the salad, that's weird. That's weird, man. And he believes in it. Go ahead, I trust him.
This is Genesis 14 and 9 with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam.
And this is dealing with Lot. Basically, you can jump to the point around 12.
Yeah.
Lot was dwelling in the land of Sodom, and Solomon was taken over. Sodom was taken over by some kings, and they took Lot. They took all his possession, his wives, his whole household, and everything that he had. And Abraham had to come and redeem him. Go ahead.
Genesis 14 and 12, and I'll start from 11. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals and went their way. And they looked and they took Lot, Abram's brother, son, who dwelled in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came one that had escaped and told. Can
somebody grab Jeremiah 31 and 11?
Abram, the Hebrew, for he dwelled in the plain of Moriah, the Amorites, brother of Esco, and the brother of Ner, and these were confederate with Abram. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants born trained servants.
Yeah, because back then you had trained children that were or servants that were trained to fight. You know, they were trained up as a youth, because that's how we did it in ancient time. Niggas don't even go and see their sons, man. And then a lot of these women don't even allow them to come and see them. But then they want to put the man on child support. He can't even train up his child. Hey, the scriptures say, train up the child in the way that he shall go, and he shall not depart from it. But even if you train them up, they still can't save themselves from what's to come. Go ahead.
Trained servants born in his own house, 318 and pursued them 318 and pursued them unto Dan, and he divided himself against them, and he and his servants by night, and smote them and pursued them unto Obah, which is on the left hand of Damascus, and he brought back all the goods and also brought again his brother Lot and his goods and the women also and the people and the king of Sodom.
So Abraham went and slew them and brought back everything, man. Hey, the scripture says in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, ain't no man, no physical man that's living in the flesh like we are gonna redeem us like that. Ain't no man coming to take us out of the hand of the so-called white man. Or ain't no man gonna deliver anybody in that time or that day like that. Hey, who's gonna redeem us? And the scripture say that the Lord is our redeemer, man. The scripture says in Jeremiah 31 and 11 that the Lord shall ransom Jacob out of the hand of him that is mightier than he.
Okay, what you got?
31 and 11. God.
This is Jeremiah 31 chapter verse 11. It says, for the Lord hath redeemed Jacob and